And I feel like over the course of this time, especially when they got Kyrie, this is all things that they put together. But the more wins they get skins right, the more trust it comes along with that.
The first time since the end of the 2021-22 season, if they come away with a victory tonight against the Memphis Grizzlies, you wonder what their... He's been very good shooting threes against the Mavs this year, over 45%. Here's a lob, here's a finish. Luka puts it on a platter, and Powell climbs the ladder. Luka's always looking off the defense, or knows that someone, just like a quarterback and a receiver combo. First it was Luka looking for the pass, now he's looking for the shot and drains the three.
That void that they've had it for a short amount of time.
Smart, no good. Long rebound in this particular instance. Powell screens. Luka waits, orchestrates, draws a foul on Williams, his first. It's there. First free throw missed for Luka. By the end of this homestand, they will have played over half of their home games.
Mavs have missed their last 5 shots. Doncic between the legs, stops on a dime, air ball, and a foul is called. And Doncic is holding his right knee. Comes out of there with the rebound. Bang for 3. And it bounces off Doncic. Mavericks have missed their last 6 field goals. And that is off the knee of Marcus Smart. Hustle on the other end. Behind the back, elbow. Beautifully done.
The thing that sticks out to me right now is the Mavericks only have 1 assist. Memphis has 8. One team is moving the basketball, the other team is not.
And there's an unassisted field goal for Luka Doncic.
Morris is a strong guy in his own right, so that's saying something.
Largest lead for the Grizzlies in an 8-0 run as Jones fouled.
Great corner threes, and even when they don't make the shots, you look at the shot and say, hey, that was a good look.
This crowd getting restless here in Dallas. Doncic stripped.
Ball movement is the hardest thing for anybody or any team to try to guard, as we see Luka with the nice take and one stop. But Memphis's ball.
Confidence continuing to grow for Memphis over the course of this game. They won their last 2. They beat the Lakers. That was with Ja Morant. And then beat Phoenix on Sunday without Ja Morant. It's cold.
That wind was blowing all day long. It's about 35 degrees out here. It's normally warm rounds in Dallas now.
That's what you remember is Doncic.
Hello.
Got a tray.
Everything is just easy right now, which is surprising because obviously Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson Jr. aren't playing.
Free throws for Luka Doncic. He's already 4 for 5 tonight. And then to that, the Grizzlies have the worst offensive rating and score the fewest points in the NBA this season. Although lately in their last 3, they're averaging 121 in street clothes. Unable to go in this ball game for the Mavs, so they're certainly missing that big fella.
And listen, I'm a fan of his game. Put it in reverse.
Poke away from behind by Irving. Doncic the other way. Down the lane, the lob to airplane mode. Timeout, Grizzlies. Doncic working on Tillman, and Vince Williams Jr. caught with his hands in the cookie jar.
And that's 3 if it's on Williams.
Grizzlies have dominated inside, 36 points in the paint, 8 offensive rebounds.
I thought it was interesting when we talked to Jay Kidd before the game. Look how many people touched the rock, and that's why Kyrie's shot was so easy. Everybody got a little piece of that one. That's
and
Marcus Smart.
An opportunity for Marcus Smart. Doncic defended by Biyombo, taking the contact.
Shutting down the paint. And B. Woods, you hear round the head, he said, they're more nasty than us on the offensive glass. We got to shut that down. And obviously, Luka and Kyrie set the tone offensively.
And Doncic missing both. Powell the rebound. Slow start offensively both ways. Irving, long distance. Might be an NBA first. 80-62. Jones, strong move going at Luka.
There you go. There's that double team I was talking about.
Forcing it out of Bane's hands. It leads to a turnover. Irving. Doncic. Spinning in the lane. The shot falls.
And if I'm Dallas, I would stick with that strategy defensively.
Approaching the midway mark of this third quarter. Williams too fancy on the dribble. Doncic.
Oh, wow.
And that pass out of bounds. Was it deflected?
Luka to a rolling Derrick Jones Jr. for a finish inside. Now 4 for 6 on the floor. I noted earlier that
most points for the Grizzlies through 3 quarters this season. And Luka Doncic going back to the free throw line. And we're not even at the end of the third quarter. They're dead last in offensive rating, dead last in points per game.
To give up this many points to this team that's dead last, like you said, in the offensive rating, and so short-handed. Like I said, not only is John Moran out, but Jaren Jackson Jr. not playing as well.
Bane once again drawing a double. Biyombo to a cutting Roddy. Barrels through Powell.
it's stolen by Luke Kennard. And then David Roddy gives it up. Memphis is leaving the door ajar for Dallas, but can they force their way into the house? It's stolen by Luke Kennard. And then David Roddy gives it up. Memphis is leaving the door ajar for Dallas, but can they force their way into the house?
Have to do a better job of valuing the ball. You have a big-time lead. One of the quickest ways to get the Mavericks back in this game as Luka drives to the basket is to give the game away from a turnover standpoint. If Dallas keeps doubling off of Bismack Biyombo, it might be time for us to see Tillman a little bit better offensive play.
Kennard missing on the midi. Another rebound for Doncic. That is his 5th. 25 points, 6 assists, and those 5 boards. Doncic, backdoor cut, inside, got 2 more. Shot clock winding down on Desmond Bane. ISO with Doncic. Inside, left hand, no. Tillman nearly kept it alive. Doncic the board.
Kyrie into Luka, and he's fouled. There was no boogie. Memphis, as we noted earlier, after they were the best road team in the NBA last year, but they have had the us against the world mentality on the road.
Memphis has nothing to lose. I talked to Coach Scooney Penn at halftime. He said that's how they're going to play. We have nothing to lose right now. We're laying it all on the line, and they've done that as we see Luka with a nice take inside.
Bane over to Concho. Tillman, who's been great tonight, lost the handle, turned it over. And that pass, you said it, Brennan, every time the Mavericks went on a run, the Grizzlies had an answer.
And that's what it was, Whit. Anytime the Mavericks had a little bit of momentum, whether it was Bane or Marcus Smart or whoever, somebody came through with a shot that just shut the door on the Mavericks.